All right, y'all. Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Welcome back for another Talking and Grubbing live stream. How's everybody doing on this Sunday night? Hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing good. All right, this is the divisional round finale, and it seems like the NFL saved the best for last. We've got two of the hottest teams in the NFC matched up here for this final day of the divisional round. We got the LA Rams versus the Chicago Bears. And a trip to Seattle for the NFC Championship game is on the line next week. Both these teams have had amazing seasons. Man, the snow is coming down in Chicago. It's very windy. He's living up to his name as the Windy City. Wow, Stafford finds Puka Nacua, first down and more. No, wait a minute. That's not Nacua. My apologies. That's Witten. My bad. But still, first down and more for the Rams. Definitely want to know who you got in this game tonight. Yep, I want to know who you got advancing to take a trip to Seattle for the NFC Championship next week. All right. Pass by Parkinson is incomplete. Parkinson is incomplete. Rams are in the red zone, trying to strike first here. Ball snap. Stafford throws. Pass is caught by Williams. He's close to the first down. All right, my apologies to everybody on the Talking and Grubbing Facebook page. There was a technical issue. So now you can watch the live on the Talking and Grubbing page on Facebook. Matt Stafford, he's one of the top two favorites for MVP along with Drake May. First and goal. Stafford rolls to his right. Pass is incomplete. Hold on for a second. All right, I'm back, good people. So the Rams strike first. They lead 7-0. Caleb throws downfield, pass incomplete, and he's grimacing in pain, shaking that right hand. High snap. Williams gets it to Bearden, shakes off a few tackles, close to the first down marker. I mean, Burden, my bad, but he may be short. All right, looks like he did get enough for the first down. Nope, 30 inches for the Bears. They get it to Swift, and he gets the first down. Yep, it is snowy and windy in Chicago. Living up to his name, the Windy City right now. First down, Caleb with some time, looking, rolls, throws, passes, incomplete as he tried to hit Loveland. All right, second down. Hold on for All right, I'm back. Another 3rd-and-1 for the Bears. Swift with a cut, 1st down and more. As the Bears are at midfield, he gets 12 yards on the carry. Another 1st down for the Bears. First down. Caleb throws. Pass is caught. That's Loveland with the catch. Another 1st down, but wait a minute. There's a flag. Let's see what this dirty yellow laundry is about. And it's on the Rams for being offside, but the penalty is declined. The Bears, they're definitely doing a good job on this drive, trying to respond to the Rams drive a few moments ago by Matt Stafford. They're in the, well, pretty much in the red zone. They hand it off to Mungai. He gets the 1st down. That was a monster run by 20 there. He bounced off a couple of tacklers. 1st and goal for the Bears. They give it to Monagai. I hope I said his name right. If I didn't, I apologize. Okay, Monagai again. Gets a few yards, stopped at the about 3-yard line. 3rd and goal for the Bears. All right. Timeouts called by the Bears. Their first timeout. as the play clock was expiring. All right, get the manga again. And he stopped. About right at the about 3-yard line once again. All right, that's the end of the first quarter. 7 of the Rams, but the Bears are driving. All right, I'm going to take a quick timeout. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, good people. All right, so the Bears do score and tie it up at 7 apiece. Rams with the ball, second down. Stafford. Throws to Montfield. Yes, hold on to that ball. Third down. Third and 4. Man, the weather is definitely starting to get rough in Chicago. It's almost a whiteout out there at Soldier Field. High snap. Stafford throws. Incomplete. And the Rams will punt. As Stafford was hit as he threw the ball. Right, Evans on the punt. Duvernay back to return. Evans punts. Duvernay with a fair catch. Oh, wow. He escapes a tackle. And another. And he's forced out of bounds right at the 13-yard line. So that's where Caleb Williams and the Bears will start. So we're tied 7 of early second quarter. All right, if you would like to donate to the channel, you can donate via Cash App or PayPal. There's the Cash App, Cash tag, Talking and Grub. Here's the PayPal email address, talkingandgrubbing@gmail.com. Any donations you give to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Definitely appreciate everyone's support, past and present. It's been a tremendous help. All right, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. I'll be right back, so don't go away. Pass is caught by Loveland, but it's incomplete. So the Bears, they will have to punt. Down to a defensive game, defensive battle, and a running battle. All right. Taylor on the punt. Smith back to return. All right. Side kick by Taylor. The ball goes out of bounds about right at the 20, about the 23, 24 yard line. That's where the Rams will start. We're tied at 7 apiece. I'm going to take a quick timeout. I'll be right All right, I'm back, good people. Rams with the ball, 2nd and 17. They get it to Williams. Okay, gets probably about 5 yards there. It's gonna be third down. Third and 11. Stafford's going deep. Down passes. Broken up. As he tried to hit the cool down the field. Brisker with the knockaway. And the Rams will punt. All right. Duvernay with the fair catch. Oh, I ain't even in Chicago, and I can't see where he spotted at. But the Bears get it back as we're tied at 7 apiece. I'm going to take another quick timeout. I'll be All right, I'm back, good people. Rams with the ball. They get a first down thanks to, well, it's third down here. Well, no, it's first down. My bad. They get first down. They give it to Williams, and maybe he might just get back to the line of scrimmage as Booker comes up with the stop there. Well, no, he gets a yard, 2nd and 9. Stafford going deep downfield. Pass is too high for Adams. Third down. .39 for the Rams. Man, that wind is picking up in Chicago. The snow has stopped, but the wind is still strong. Ball snap. Stafford. Down he goes. Gordon comes through with the sack. And the Rams will punt. Yeah, holding on. Yep, he held on to the ball too long, waiting for something to develop. And luckily, he didn't lose it. Okay, Evans on the punt. Duvernay back to return. Fair catch. He'll only get about a few yards. But the Bears are going to have pretty good field position. So we got 2:54 left before the half. It's still tied at 7. I'm going to take a quick timeout. I'll be My apologies, good people. 3rd and 10 for the Rams. Stafford going deep. Way over the head of his receiver. So Mavis will have to come on and try to tie the game with a field goal in these rough conditions. This is a 32-yard field goal attempt to tie it. All right, snap kick is good. And we're tied at 10 apiece at halftime. What's up, Mr. Jordan? How you doing? I'm doing all right. How you doing? Tell me where you from, and who's your team, plus who you got in this game tonight? Do you got the Bears? Do you have the Rams? This game has been a grind out defensive battle due to these rough weather conditions in Chicago. To start out, the snow was coming in. But since then, the winds have picked up. Mavis kicked the knuckleball. All right. So this is going to be a pretty interesting second half. Okay, Mr. Jordan, you got a parlay going on. So I take it you betted on the Patriots for the first game, and now you betted on the you said I got the Bears, and you betted on the Bears for this one. Who did you do it with? Did you do it with FanDuel, DraftKings, Sleeper? If you live in a state that has Sleeper. But man, this has been a very physical, tough and rumble first half here. Both teams are braving through the elements of this Chicago weather. The winds have definitely picked up there, you can tell. Yep, definitely can't wait to see what goes on in the second half. I think whichever team can, excuse me, establish the running game on a consistent basis will more likely win this game and advance to the NFC Championship, play the Seahawks. You said, I bet it Chicago to have 2 field goals. Okay. Mr. Jordan, you also said you stay in Dallas. So are you a Cowboys fan? Man, this has been a wild divisional round. Are you trying to tell me you're a Giant? Are you trying to tell me you're a Giants fan? I want to just make sure I got it right. Yep, Bo Nix. He got the victory, but he also ended up getting a defeat as he ended up fracturing a bone in his ankle yesterday in the victory over the Bills in the divisional round. So now he's out for the rest of the playoffs. And the veteran Jeremiah Sidham. Let me see if I got his name right. Jeremiah Stidham. Jeremiah Stidham is going to get the start for the Broncos in the AFC Championship game. Boy, that's a spot to be in. And he also played for the Patriots for a few years, so he's going up against his former team. But still, that's a hell of a spot to be in. You've been the backup all year. You really haven't played much. And now you're thrusted into the being thrusted into the starting quarterback role to try to lead your team to the Super Bowl. I don't know what's up with this chat. All right. Okay, Nathan, I see you in the chat. You said, hi, I'm back. What you grubbing on? I'm about to get some kale and some chicken soon that I made. Mr. Jordan, you said, what makes you start streaming? Well, basically, I do live reaction and commentary for NFL, NBA, little college football. Also, I'm in the process of bringing back my old lively night show Monday through Friday. So I'm probably going to do that after the national championship, which I will be live for tomorrow night. Also, I'm going to live stream next Sunday for the conference championship games, as well as the Super Bowl in a few weeks. So basically, I just do live reaction and commentary for games. And also on my YouTube channel, I do video. Well, I also post pre-recorded videos. Matter of fact, I'm working on my top 10 unsung Super Bowl champion list. Is a follow-up to a list I created last year, which I marked down, which I made a list of who I felt were the greatest Super Bowl champs of all time. So definitely check that out on YouTube. But yep, I do live reaction and commentary of games. Give my perspective on what I'm seeing. And also, I enjoy doing these live shows and interacting with you guys on my various platforms. Okay. Sorry about that. That was just an ad. But now it's only befitting that these two teams battle it out here for a right to play in the NFC Championship game, because both of these teams have been the hottest team in the NFC regular season, and they've continued that momentum here in the playoffs as they got hard fought wild card wins last week. Of course, the Bears, they came from behind to knock off their bitter NFC North rivals, Green Bay Packers. And then the Rams, they had to fight, had to win a battle against the pesky Carolina Panthers in Carolina. They had to outlast them to get to this point. So it's definitely going to be a battle here in this second half for these next 30 minutes. All right. Third quarter is about to start. We're tied at 10 apiece. Excuse me. Also, both defenses have definitely gone after the quarterback. 2nd and 3 for the Rams. Stafford hands it off to Williams. He gets the first down. Like I said, this is going to be a physical battle here due to the weather. So whichever team can get their running game going on a consistent basis, more than likely will win this game. My bad, that was Corum, not Williams, that picked up the first down. All right, first down for the Rams. All right, seems like the snow is cleared up. Still some snow on the field, of course. They hand it off to Winnington, and he's going to lose about a yard or two as Brisker comes through with the tackle. It's going to be 2nd down for the Rams. Sean McVay was about to call timeout, but decided not to do it. Okay, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Stafford throws, passes caught by Parkinson. Picks up about a good 7 yards. 6 or 7 yards. So it's 3rd and short. Coming for the Rams, 3rd and 4. All right. Ball snap. Pass. Sales pass. Nakua. Nakua wasn't expecting that pass. So the Rams will punt. And Nakua, he almost slipped on that field. All right, Evans punt. Duvernay to return, and the ball goes out of bounds about at the say about the 8 or 9 yard line. But the Bears will have a long field to work with as we're tied here at 10 apiece in the early third quarter. I'm going to take a quick timeout. I'll be right. All right, I'm back, good people. Bears get the first down. Well, it looks like they got the first. But we'll see where the spot is. Yep, it's enough for a first down. All right. Williams throws deep, passes incomplete. As he tried to hit DJ Moore. Yeah, he fell out of bounds. So now 2nd and 10 for the Bears. All right, Swift zigzags. He gets a good 7 yards. It's going to be third and short, about 3rd and 3. Oh, he got 8. So it's 3rd and 2 for the Bears. All right, they get it to Swift again. He gets the first down on the jet sweep. Get it to Swift again. He'll get about good 4 or 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down. Williams rolls out to his right, throws, pass is incomplete as he tried to hit Loveland down the field. Excuse me. 3rd and 6. That was a nice bootleg by Williams, but Loveland couldn't haul it in. 3rd and 6 for Bears. High snap. Williams throws. Pass is incomplete. So the Bears will punt. All right, Bears get the punt away. All right, fair catch right at the 21, 22-yard line, 23-yard line. And that's where the Rams will start. As we're tied at 10 apiece here in this divisional round. All right, going to take a quick pause. I'll be right back, so don't go. All right, I'm back, good people. First down, Bears. Williams throws the pass downfield. Incomplete, second down. I'm back, Mr. Jordan. What's up, man? I had to step away for a minute to get my grub here, to get my kale and chicken. All right, on second down, but wait a minute, there's a flag. And the Bears get hit with a false start penalty. Wow, pass is intercepted. Hey, let me see who came up with the pick. And that's Durant, Kobe Durant with the pick. This is the first turnover of the game by either team. So let's see if the Rams can cash in. Wow, I don't know what Caleb was thinking on that pass. He tried to throw it into a tight window and double coverage. More than likely, that's not going to work out in your favor. All right, first down Rams at the 45. Stafford throws. Pass is incomplete as he tried to hit Parkinson. He wanted a flag, but he's not going to get it. Second down. All right. Stafford throws, pass is incomplete. Third down. I think the Rams need to focus on the ground game a little more. Third and 10, ball snap. Stafford throws. Pass is incomplete, and they will punt. It's definitely hard to throw out there in that type of weather. And the ball takes a bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So the Bears will start their own 25. At their own 20, my bad. All right, I'm going to take a quick timeout. I'll be right. All right, my bad. All right, I do got to step away for a moment. I'll be. All right, I'm back, good people. Bears with the ball. Second and 10. We got a little under 3 minutes left to go here in the third. We're tied at 10 apiece. Little shovel pass to Mongai. He'll get about a good 7 yards. It's going to be third and short for the Bears. See, the Bears, they're focused. They're getting yards, focusing on the ground game. Rams are doing too much throwing. They need to focus on the ground a little bit more. So that way you can set up the pass. Third and 3 for the Bears. High snap. Williams throws. Pass is caught. First down. That is Monagai. With the catch. All right, first down for the Bears. Right. Williams hands it off to excuse me, Mungai again. Gets about 4 or 5 yards. Second down. So we got over a minute left to go in the fourth quarter. Caleb bootlegs to the right, keeps it himself, and he may have enough for the first down. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. He's short of the first down. So it's 3rd and 1 for the Bears. Wow, they've got 106 rushing yards in this game so far. Oh, wow, they gave the Mungai. He doesn't get it. Wow. Man, Verse, the All-Pro, comes through and blows up that run. 4th down, and the Bears will punt. Well, they'll have to punt, actually. Wow. Wow. We've had a scoreless third quarter. Let's see what happens in the fourth quarter. A trip to the NFC Championship game is on the line. We'll definitely find. Well, we've got 15 minutes left to see who's going to Seattle and who's going home. Or might take a little bit more than that. Who knows? But there will be a winner from this game, and someone will be going to Seattle. We're going to find out who that is. I'm going to take a timeout. I'll be right back, so don't go All right, I'm back, good people. Fourth quarter, Rams with the ball. Stafford finds Nakua for the first down, right at the 29-yard line. All right, first down. Stafford throws, passes over the head of, looks like Parkinson. No, Ferguson, my apologies. Second down. Stafford throws, pass is caught. No, wait a minute. Is it intercepted? First down, Rams. As you all remember, yesterday we had a bang play in overtime between the Bills and the Broncos as Cook caught a long pass from Allen. It was a few seconds later, it was taken away by McMillan, and he came up with the pick, and it ultimately led to the game winning field goal for the Broncos. But the Rams are going to keep it. First down. Devontae Adams with a big catch. The Rams are in the red zone. Looking to regain the lead for the first time since the first quarter. All right. Stafford hands it off to Williams. He'll get about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to be second down. Ready to get to Williams again. He's fighting, and he's close to that first down marker. Third and 1. Stafford throws, passes, broken up. Stevenson with the knockaway, fourth down. So is McVay going to go for it, or is he going to just send out the field goal unit? Okay, the Rams offense is on the field, and they're going to go for it. All right, they get it to See if I have the right name here. To Nakua, first and goal for the Rams. And the Rams are trying to punch it into the end zone here to regain the lead. And the last time they had the lead was early in the first quarter. Wow, Kieran Williams runs it into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Rams do regain the lead here in the early part of the fourth quarter. Like I just said, this is their first lead since early in the first quarter. Okay, Mavis is on for the extra point. It is good. 17-10 Rams with 8:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. I said it that the Rams needed to involve the running game a little bit more so it could set up the passing game. And they did involve the running game here, and it paid dividends with Williams going into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Rams have the lead. All right, I'm going to take a quick timeout. I'll be right. All right, I'm back, good people. Bears with the ball. Second down. Excuse me. Well, my bad. That was the second turnover by either team on the interception. Caleb Williams did throw a pick earlier. My apologies for that. They get it to Williams. Wow, he stays on his feet. Gets the first down and more. Man, you got to wrap him up. You got to wrap up Caleb Williams when he's on the run. Because, man, that dude, even though he's a football player, but, man, he's got the shiftiness and the craftiness of a basketball player. You can definitely tell Caleb Williams also played some basketball earlier in his life. You can definitely tell he played basketball earlier at some point in his life. And we do know that we know athletes we know athletes playing one sport, but as we all know, majority of pro athletes are multi-talented. Prime example, Antonio Gates. Man did not play college football at all. He played college basketball, but hey, he still messed around, became a Hall of Fame tight end. Also, dudes like Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, they played ball also. Matter of fact, they're to major league contracts if they wanted to go that route. If they wanted to have a Bo Jackson-like career. I'm just rambling. They give it to Swift, and he gets a nice run, gets a good run there. About, I say, 6 or 7 yards. Is going to be third and short for the Bears. I went on my little tangent. Oh, wow. No, my bad. 3rd and 1. I misread the spot. Okay, Monagai. Let's see where they spotted. Okay, they give him the first down. All right, we're coming up on, we're at the midway point of the 4th quarter. Got over 5 minutes left to go. First down, Bears. Williams throws, pass is caught by Loveland. No, wait a minute, pass is incomplete. My apologies. From the angle I saw, I thought he had the catch, but he didn't. So now 2nd and 10 for the Bears. With the pressure, pass is incomplete over the head of Zacharias. 3rd down. Or no, Zach Keese, my bad. All right. 3rd down for the Bears. Low snap. Williams throws. Pass is caught for the first down. Wait a minute, there's a flag. Oh, wow, they're going to get the Rams for roughing the passer. So now it's first down and more. Yeah, they're going to get the Rams for the late hit. That's Odunze with the catch. Mr. Jordan, you said, bro, I need dude to get one more field goal. Well, you might get that chance, Mr. Jordan. You might have a chance of getting that one field goal to win your parlay. So now it's first and goal for the Bears as they are going to try to tie this game up with a little over 5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. All right, Williams pitched with the pitch toss to Swift. He gets a few yards. He stopped right at the 3 or 4 yard line. Second and goal. And this turned out to be some fourth quarter after we didn't get any scoring in the third quarter. Now both teams are driving down the field here in the fourth. They get it to Swift again. He stopped at the 2 yard line, third and goal. Wow. Swift tried to leap over the defender, but he's denied at the goal line. Hold on for a second. All right, I'm back, good people. Man, the Rams defense make a goal line stand and keep the Bears from scoring in the end zone. And now they have the ball with 2:52 left to go here in the fourth. First down. All right, they get it to Williams. He's immediately tripped up. He's going to lose a couple of yards. Second down. All right. Second and 12. They give it to Williams again. He gets about a good 3 yards. And it's going to be third down. Bears call their second timeout. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. All right. Third and 10 for the Rams. Big third down here. Ball snap. They get it to Williams. He gets 2 or 3 at the most on that run. It's fourth down, and the Bears will punt. The Rams will punt, my bad. And we're at the 2-minute warning. 17-10 Rams. All right, we getting down to the nitty-gritty. Getting down to the wire. Got a 7-point game. Can the Bears find a way to engineer another comeback like they've done all season long? Can Caleb Williams drive him down the field to force OT? We're definitely going to find out. I'm going to take a quick timeout. I'll be right back, so don't go. All right, I'm back, good people. Thanks to due to the bad kick by the Rams, the Bears are going to have great field position. All right, 107 left. Hold on for a second, good people. All right, I'm back, good people. Well, the Bears tied it up on a gutsy fourth down call, and now we've got OT. Bears won the coin toss. They deferred, so the Rams will get it. Yep, it was a hell of a fourth play for Chicago. Mr. Tani Pakua to get 12 reception targets. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know. Let me see how many receptions he has here in this game so far. Sorry, I've been stepping away. I had some family stuff to handle. Let me see. How many receptions does Nakua have? Okay, Nakua has 4. So he would need 6 receptions in overtime to get 8 receptions in overtime to get that. I don't think that's possible. All right. So the second straight day, we got a game that's going to be decided in overtime. Why not? Why not decide in OT? All right, so let's see what the Rams do on their first possession in overtime. Now, remember, both teams get to possess the ball, and if there's no score after that, the next score wins. It goes into what they call a sudden death. Sudden death overtime. So that was bad special teams by the Rams there. All right. Wow. Excuse me. Williams with a nice run. He gets about good 7 yards. It's going to be second down. They get it to Williams again. He's going to be a little short of the first down. So it's going to be third and a very short one. Oh, wow. Pitch toss to Corum. He can't get the first down, and the Rams will have to punt. I don't know what kind of play calling was that. I do not know what McVay and his staff thought was thinking on that call. I mean, all you had to do is just keep it with Williams and just run it up the middle. Yeah, that play was definitely going to get blown up from the get-go. All right, so not Corum. Evans with the punt. Duvernay back to return. Duvernay with the fair catch at the 19-yard line. All right, so next score wins the game. Let's see if Caleb Williams can continue working his magic here in this OT. So now a field goal can win the game. All right, Williams bootlegs to the left and gets it to Komet. Looks like he has enough for the first down. And he does. First down. Bears. They try to get it to Swift, and he's going to lose about 4 yards. As Burst wraps him up. Second and 13. Pass is caught by Moore. We haven't heard his name. We haven't called his name much here tonight. So that's good. So it's going to be a very manageable third down for the Bears. 3rd and 4. All right, ball snap. Oh, Caleb Williams, he's going to keep it himself. He's going to scramble and get the first down. All right, first down. Williams throws. Pass is caught by Monangai gets about good. Okay, get 6 yards. Second down. Second and 4 for the Bears. Pitch toss to Swift. He's going to lose about 2 yards. All right, 3rd and 6 for the Bears. All right, Williams finds commit. He's close to the first down. All right, 4th down for the Bears. 4th and inches. All right. Williams with the keeper gets the first down. All right, again, a little more closer into Santos's field goal range. We're halfway through the first OT. First down, Bears. They hand it off to Monagai. Gets about 3 or 4 yards at the most. Well, 2 yards. 2nd and 8 for the Bears. Williams with time. Passes. Wow, intercepted. Wow. That's Curl with the pick. That's 3 turnovers by the Bears tonight. That's Caleb Williams' 3rd pick. Wow. Hey, Mama Jenny, how you doing? I haven't forgotten about you, okay? I'm gonna get your order soon. I've just had a lot of stuff going on. Also, I was sick the last couple of weeks. Nate, you saying, come on, Rams, let's go, LA. Of course, that's the Vikings fan and you coming out. But I get it. You definitely don't want your rivals to win. But man, what was Caleb Williams thinking? So now the Rams have a chance to steal the game here in Chicago and take another trip out to the Pacific Northwest in Seattle to play their division rival, the Seahawks. All right, first down, Rams. Gets it to Nakua. Nakua gets a solid run. Gets about 4 yards at the most. Second down. As the Rams are going no huddle. All right. Rams get the first down as they get to Parkinson. Y'all excuse me for a quick second. All right, I'm back, good people. Second of 15 here. right, Stafford throws. Passes caught. Devontae Adams with the catch on the sideline. Another first down for the Rams. All right, so Mavis, the first year kicker, is on to make the biggest kick of his career so far to try to send the Rams to the NFC Championship game for the first time since 2022 from 42 yards to win it here in Chicago. Ball snap, kick on the way. It is good, and the Rams win it. The Rams steal a victory in Chicago in the divisional round. They win 20-17. Their second straight road win. They're on their way to their first NFC Championship game since their Super Bowl winning year in 2022. And now they're going to take on their bitter NFC West rivals, the Seahawks, in the NFC Championship game. Nathan, you say I want an all NFC West Championship game, but you're getting it. You're definitely about to get it. As the Rams win it here in OT in Chicago, Mavis, first year kicker, guy that they got off the practice, comes in and kicks the biggest game winning field goal of his career so far. Said Mavis from 42. 10 longer than he made earlier. And yep, it's good. The Rams come into Chicago against all odds, against the weather, and beat the Bears. Because a lot of people felt that the Rams couldn't do it because they're a West Coast team, a warm weather team playing in the cold weather. I mean, sometimes weather can be an advantage. Sometimes it may not be an advantage. All right. I'm going to step away for a minute. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, good people. The Rams, they continue on to the NFC Championship game to face their division rival Seahawks next Sunday. And the Bears, great run comes to an end. But to all my Bears fans, y'all gonna be all right. Y'all got a great future. Y'all got a great young QB in Caleb Williams. He definitely almost delivered the victory tonight, but ultimately that pick in overtime is what ended up costing the Bears. But this was a great game. It lived up to the hype. This was the two hottest teams in the NFC going at it. They've been hot ever since late November, early December. And it's a shame that somebody had to lose this game because these are two great teams. These are definitely two great teams and two great quarterbacks. You got one quarterback on one side that's going to be one of the favorites to win MVP, and you got a young quarterback that's a superstar in the making. Now I know people may have criticism. A lot of people criticize Caleb Williams for putting fingernail polish on his fingernails. I don't agree with it, but hey, to each his own. I mean, come on. A lot of y'all dudes that were around in the 90s, y'all loved Dennis Rodman despite the fact he wore makeup and a wedding dress. So Caleb Williams putting fingernail polish on, that should be a small thing. But I digress. But man, these championship games are going to be great matchups. The AFC Championship, you got the number 1 seed and number 2 seed going at it. Old playoff rivals in Patriots and Broncos. You're going to have Drake May trying to get the Patriots to their first Super Bowl in almost 8 years. The Broncos, they're going to try to get to the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback in Jarrett Stidham. And he's also an ex-Patriots quarterback, so he's going to try to knock off his old team to get the Broncos to the Super Bowl. Then on the flip side for the NFC Championship game, you got two bitter NFC West rivals who had some battles during the regular season, as we definitely saw on that Thursday night game between the Rams and Seahawks. That was one hell of a game. That was one of the best games of the regular season, as the Seahawks came back from double digits to win that game in OT. And I expect this game to be very hyped up, to be real good, to be a close one. Both teams have great defenses. Both teams have pretty good running games. Both teams have great quarterback play. So I cannot wait to be here next Sunday for Championship Sunday. But now with the Bears, in the offseason, they really need to improve their pass rush. They got a pretty good secondary, but that pass rush, they really got to improve it. They got a lot of old players on that side, in that front. Like Montez Sweat, he's getting older. Grady Jarrett is getting old. Tremont Edmonds, he's getting old. They got to upgrade that pass rush. If they can upgrade that pass rush, through the draft or free agency, who knows? Maybe next year the Bears could be in the NFC Championship game and possibly the Super Bowl. But they definitely got to upgrade that pass rush, because the games the Bears lost during the regular season and why they fell behind in some games in the regular season and in that wild card game against the Packers is because quarterbacks had time to throw. They had all day to throw. Matt Stafford had all day to throw here in this game. The dinner and Sunday night football live I did a few weeks ago between the Bears and 49ers. Brock Purdy had all day to throw. And even in that wild card game, Jordan Love had all night to throw. But they got to upgrade that pass rush. But the Bears, they got a great team. They got a great coach in Ben Johnson. And they definitely got a bright future ahead of them. This team is going to be heard from for years to come. But now the Rams, they're one win away from their first Super Bowl appearance since 2022 or 2021, if you want, however you want to put it. And we all know they went on to win the Super Bowl. Now with this game, I picked the Rams to win, not because I thought the Bears were bad or anything, but I picked them because of the experience. You know, now Caleb Williams has done his thing all season. He's balled out. He's engineered some amazing comebacks. Can't take that away from him at all. But Matt Stafford has that experience in being in that position. Matter of fact, the year they won the Super Bowl, in this very round, they ended up going on the road, you know, beating the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay when they were the defending Super Bowl champs. And Matt Stafford engineered a drive by hitting Cooper Kupp down the field that whole drive. And that set up the eventual game-winning field goal for Matt Gay. And right here, deja vu. Matt Stafford engineers another drive on the road against his former divisional rival, and got the win. All right, let me take a quick timeout. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, good people. But also, some people, another point I was making a few minutes ago, that a lot of people thought the Rams couldn't win because they were a West Coast team, a warm weather team, coming up north to Chicago to play in cold weather. I mean, sometimes those weather games, can give you an advantage. Sometimes they don't. Because, I mean, last week, we saw the 49ers, a West Coast team, went into Philly and won, you know, in the wild card round. So I say it's 50-50. It all depends whose will is going to outlast, well, whose will is stronger in that type of environment. And it showed that the Rams' will was stronger despite the fact that they were a West Coast team. Matter of fact, this is the second straight game where a West Coast team went into a cold weather city and won. So what does that tell you? All right, good people, I'm about to get out of here. Thank y'all for joining me for this divisional round weekend. It's been fun. I've had fun doing all these games. I appreciate all y'all tuning in, whether you tuned in on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or Rumble. Just appreciate y'all taking time out your day or night to hang out with me for a little while. Can't wait to come. I'll be live again tomorrow night for the national championship between Miami and Indiana. And I'll be live also next Sunday for Championship Sunday, starting at 2 o'clock for the AFC Championship game. Then around 6 for the NFC Championship game. As we're going to find out who's going to be traveling to Santa Clara for Super Bowl 60. Definitely can't wait. So until then, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. Salute. Y'all be safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy your day. Have a safe, blessed week. Also, if you got a 3-day weekend due to the MLK Day, not only enjoy the time off, but also reflect on Dr. King's legacy, on what he stood for, what he fought for, and also do the research for yourself. Don't just go by what you see on the internet or YouTube, and definitely don't let anybody tell you any different about who Martin Luther King really was. Because we definitely got to get back to relearning things for ourselves instead of just letting people tell us. Because that's the worst thing you can do, is let somebody do your thinking for you. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Salute. And I love y'all to life.